Hi Sagittarians, how are you today? Blessings and lots of love to you. Before we get into the tarot of mental, emotionally and physical, we'll just do an oracle card. These cards are the Queen Moon Oracle, and links are in the description below of the affiliate links. It does help my channel enormously with all my cards. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. So, what do Sagittarians need to know today? Right. Oh, action. What a beautiful card, isn't it? Action. So action is needed in a lot of aspects. What we're going to do is we will relay back to this card. But as you can see, this lovely lady is having a good dance. Sometimes we just got to move our bum. Action. Okay, Sagittarius, a little bit serious now. What do Sagittarians need to know? What do Sagittarians need to know? What do Sagittarians need to know? If you know your ascending sign, by putting in your birth date in any astrological website that's free, it'll give you your ascending sign. This is what we portray to the world, so it's always good to check out your ascending signs reading as well. Also, people say your moon, which I find quite applicable for myself. Right, moving on. So, overall influence card today is the 6th of Autumn. 6th of Autumn. So, when the action is there, and you have this card which is about balance, it needs to be a give and take situation here of learning how to adapt. I think for Sagittarians today it's about adapting to their situation, learning not to be too ambitious. I know Sagittarians like to be ambitious, but the action is a kind of a balance between the heart and the head, and how we can give to ourselves but also give to others some knowledge, some information that's really going to help. So advice is helpful, and let's see what's going on your mental level. The Magician. The Magician. So Sagittarians today can really tap into a great aspect of creating, taking action in setting alight your thoughts to allow these great things to happen. So when we give to ourselves in our emotions, and we give to ourselves in allowing those thoughts to just go, the new aspiration, the new connection, because the unicorn is here, to connecting to higher spirituality, just deep in our hearts and our higher self is important, being true to who we are. And then all around us the magic's going to happen. Let's see. So with the 6th of Winter, the thought process is moving away from maybe this little bit of poverty thinking about, oh, there's not enough, no one's giving me the time of day, or whatever negative thoughts. This card will allow that to be released. So the action taken is to move away from negative thinking. Creating your own new way of positive thinking is a lot better, especially when thoughts have been pulling us back to keep us small. No, we need to take action and give to ourselves on a higher level. Just because the kiwi bird can't fly doesn't mean to say its thoughts can't soar up there. So when you're kept low and down, the action needed is to really set alight and move away from anything that's no longer serving you. And this shows in this card about relearning, rethinking, reassessing what we have learned. And is that still applicable? It's probably not. However, for some of us, the thinking is on a high level of relearning relearning new information to help us in our careers, jobs, our love lives, and any situation. Learning how to do things well, learning how to achieve and create is going to be really, really applicable. So let's see what's going on in your heart. Inner strength. So you have the strength card, the strength to be able to make things happen for you. If you've been in a period where your heart's been, no, I'm not going to do that because it's not for me, you know, it's not the time, it's not the place, or any other thought pattern, I'm not good enough, or I can't give at the moment, this is all not true. To have the courage to be able to start something and give to yourself and really make things happen is a joy. But it also takes courage to step outside the box and leave a way of thinking and leave a situation. So taking action to be stronger and allowing that to happen, it is great. Now then, the Queen of Summer. So this will allow a gentle way to reassess what your heart is desiring. What do you want today? Ask yourself that question. What do I really want for my life from now on? I can give it to myself. I am going to give it to myself. And I'm here on this smooth surface. So today is going to be very calm and gentle, but assessing what it is that you do want on a higher level. Because she's wearing a crown and she is royalty, tapping into that feminine aspect, but realising from a higher level that things are granted. And when this action card is here, it's action within the mindset and in your higher mind to bring down the inspiration to your heart, to really feel it, to really desire it, to actually make it happen. So this is about you creating what you really want. Let's have a look what else is going on. The Hermit. There was a reading the other day, 2 days ago, about the Hermit. Someday anyway. Was it yesterday? I can't remember now. Anyway, the Hermit. But this is obviously still applicable for quite a few of you. Not only Sagittarians. So really assessing what it is that you want in your heart. So things may take a little bit of time to realising what it is that you want, and that's absolutely fine. And this is the way of the relearning and moving away. So when we're moving away from something, it does take time. So to catch up with our emotions and what we want, we can sit and say, well, what do I want? What do I want? So what is your heart's desire? And have courage when you're looking at that. Because it does take courage to want better and brighter things for ourselves. And because of the sun here, the aspects of moving towards an abundance, that's what it is, abundance. So taking action to give yourself the creation. What are you creating? What are you making? What is the magic? So this is a time to really take flight. I know Mr. Kiwi can't fly, and it's a good job you can't. But it's like you can take flight within your mind. The mind is a very powerful machine. It will bring in your inspiration and bring in new ideas and new ways of creating on the emotional level what you want. And the sun is the source, the creation. Without the sun, we have nothing. So without the thinking and the desiring and then putting into action what we do desire on a higher level, it's not going to happen. Now, you've got a lot of major arcanas coming in to this day, so spilling over, it's quite significant. So not only can you create, have the courage to create and really put it into action, just make a huge fire and just have it going. So things are going to be renewed. So everything in your life, when you look at your heart's desire and what you do want is going to be renewed. So it's almost like having faith and the ability to give and receive. So if you give yourself this new idea, I'm going to have this, I am wanting to be like this, then that is the start of the action to put it into effect. So this is renewing how our ideas, how our thoughts, and how we're going to go about it. Four of Winter. So along with the Hermit, so with the Four of Winter, this is about really resting, having time. So it's growing it and knowing how that we can touch ourselves inside, and then sitting and meditating on it, planning perhaps in a quiet moment. Right, oh, I've got this big idea, and it's the most biggest idea that you've ever got in your whole entire life, and then you go, whoa, how on earth do I start that? Well, you've got the fire to do it, and these two cards down here are giving you the root of the matter to start to actually develop it. So if it takes a lot of planning, how are you going to do it? You know, some people want a new relationship. How are you going to do that? You know, I talked to someone the other day and no idea how to start that, which baffled me. But these things are a process. So taking action in planning, but really developing what you do need, walking away from situations that are keeping you small, giving to yourself, and really taking flight in your mindset and your heart opening up to develop what you do want. It's vitally important to be able to have the strength to do this, otherwise nothing gets done, absolutely nothing, and we live our life exactly how we did yesterday. So the sun is giving you the momentum to take action in starting something. Honestly, if you do nothing today, which is this time doing nothing, having a rest, but it's not really. Every time we sleep, our subconscious is working. So is it working in our favour or is it working against? So doing nothing, you'll get more of. So nothing creates more nothing. It's just the law of what is. So one has to start right at the beginning with the magician, just start what we're doing. Do you agree? Well, sound like a preacher half the time. So, yeah, I'm going to go because I'm not a preacher. So, thank you very much for listening. Lots of love to you, and we'll see you again later. Take care.